Welcome back for another episode of Coin Collecting with My Executive Ranch. Please do subscribe to my channel. I have a free gift giveaway going on, so please do that. And thank you for subscribing if you do subscribe, and I will send you a Canadian Victory nickel, which isn't worth a lot of money, but it's also, better than a kick in the head with a frozen boot, as my dad used to say. In a recent video, we looked at a container of U.S. wartime 1943 steel pennies that I found in my dad's safe. We went through them, and I was actually looking for a very unusual type of penny, which is a 1944 steel penny, or I was hoping to find some 1943 copper pennies, which are very valuable. And unfortunately, I didn't find any of those, but I did find some interesting errors and unusual things about some of the pennies, so I've organized them, and I thought I would share them with you. I'll take this away. Let's see. And before we get too far out, I watched a video from a guy named CoinOp, who has an extremely well-organized video about coin errors and unusual things that can happen when coins are struck. It's an extremely well-organized video, and I'll try and put the link to it in the description for this video, so you'll be able to see it. I thought it was super well organized, and it helped me really crystallize my thinking about these pennies. Work with me, brain. Oh, it's hard to talk sometimes. At some point, I will have all these coins for sale on my eBay site, which is Later Alligator. And if you guys think that there is a better site on which to sell coins, please let me know, because I'm just getting started. I told my mom that I would sell my dad's collection, and I would like to get as much money as I can for them. So without further ado, although I've gabbed on for 2 minutes already, I didn't want to do that. I thought we could go through some of these coins and just take a look at what we've got. The first set of coins, I wrote soft lettering, filled die, but actually these are just some coins that, oh no, these are the soft lettering or filled die ones. Now, I hope I have enough light to do this. This is a good one. Let's see if I can get close enough. If you look at this coin, you can see that the 4 almost doesn't exist. By the way, I found that if there was going to be a problem with a 1943 penny, it was going to be from the San Francisco Mint. I don't know if that is true of all of these pennies, or if that has been your experience, but I don't know, maybe they just didn't get as good of dies as the other mints did, because it was pretty consistent that it was the S pennies that had the problem. So if you look at that one, that's pretty consistent with a filled die or a coin that was struck over grease, because you can really see that the 4 and the S did not imprint very well on this coin, which I thought was pretty interesting. It also has kind of a worn die in a way. If you look, I don't know if you can see this from the side, but it looks almost like the edge of the coin is beveled, and I assume that that's from a worn, kind of almost used up die. CoinOp, if you ever see this video, I hope you'll weigh in and tell me if I'm full of baloney or if I've got this right. There's another missing 4, and again from the San Francisco Mint. I mean, it's not missing, it's just soft. And then, yeah, was this one off center? No, I don't think so. But it definitely has that kind of soft 4, which I thought was really interesting, because that was an error that was consistent across several coins. Now, what do we have on this one? I think this one had it just looked funny. It looked like the S was a little at a funny angle or something. And again, it's got something going on with that 4 in 4-3. I was a little disappointed watching CoinOp's video to discover that none of these errors really add much value, if any, to the coins, because boy, I thought I had some treasures here, but maybe not. Oh, again, soft 4. It was funny to see so many coins with that soft 4, which I'm assuming, again, is from a worn die or like striking over grease or something, or a filled die. I'm trying to figure out if that's a little crack there. I don't think so. I think that's what they call in the business post-mint damage. These, I probably didn't get the terminology right. Sorry, CoinOp, but I just wrote off-center or something. Oh yeah, on this one, you can see that the rim of the coin is kind of thick over on the right-hand side, and then thin over on the left-hand side. And I think that's about all I noticed about this one. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, this one was a weird one. I thought the 1943 looked odd, and I wasn't sure whether that's from some doubling or if it's post-mint damage or whatever, but it looks almost like the 3 and the 9 are kind of fat. And somebody whose name I don't recall, and I'm so sorry, told me to watch out for that it was an indication of mint doubling. So anybody who wants to can weigh in on that. Is that a bit of doubling, or is that just me not knowing what I'm doing? Could be either. Let's see what else we have here. This one, Oh, I thought this one was odd because you can't really tell what the Liberty says. And it doesn't look like... Oh, no, there it is. It looks like Liberty. So that can't be what it was with this one. Oh, I think the 9 is kind of not great. You guys, what's going on here? I can't remember why I pulled this one. Oh, I remember. The rim on this side is high and on this side is low. It's funny to look at these coins and see the variety in the way that they came out. I always thought all coins were exactly alike, but then it turns out they're not exactly. I know about this one that on some of these coins, the L in Liberty is sort of separate from the rim of the coin, and in others, it just sort of bleeds right in. So, moving right along here. For these, I wrote worn dies. It's so exciting to just stare at my fingernails. Sorry, you guys, I'm still figuring out how to do this. Oh yeah, so like, again, you can see there's almost a bevel here, and then the circle from the die goes right to the L. And I think that must be the consequence of a worn die. What have we got going on with the letters here? Yeah. I think the only thing about this is that, again, it's got that kind of almost beveled edge. And again, I think that is probably from a worn die. Again, weigh right in, you guys. Tell me if I get it wrong. Oh yeah, see how that one comes right over to the end? Where the letter L in Liberty starts, the die comes right over. Same thing, the we slips right up to the edge of the die. And there's no real rim to this coin either. Instead of having a nice tall rim, it just sort of arrives. More. How about this one? There's not quite enough light to do this. It's near the end of the day. Oh yeah, this one the lettering just wears right off the edge of the penny. And it could just be that it's a worn penny, but for some reason I assumed that it was a die. Also, there's a little raised area that goes into the area of the penny, and I think that's a cud. I didn't put it in my cud spot, but you get the idea. So then these three, well, I'll show you this one first. You guys can tell me if I'm just losing my mind here, but I swear there's extra space between the S and the T in this letter, in this word trust. It's kind of like, in God we trust. And I don't know if that's just because there's some light area in the coin that makes it look like it's a little bit spaced out differently. Again, you guys can tell me what you think. But aside from that, oh, what's going on with that one? It's like a something 943. No, it's okay. And then the last things were actually cuds. Let's see if I can find this. Boy, I think I do not have enough light to get this right. Maybe I can zoom in a little more or less. Oh, this is disappointing not to be able to see it better. The word we has a big cud on it. Maybe if I zoom out a bit, I can get a bit more light in this. Oh, maybe there's enough reflection. Nope. The whole W in we is just kind of obliterated, and I wish there was enough light to really see it better. But there isn't. Doggone it. And then... oh, also in this one, you can't really read the word liberty. It just looks like blah, blah, blah. So I thought that was interesting. Also, again, just worn dies. We're going to have to try and get through these last two because we are losing light by the moment. This one's better. Oh yeah, there's some... see how there's some material that kind of comes into the edge of the penny? It comes inward, and I'm told that that is a cud. It's right up here on the edge. There we go. And the last one, oh, this one might be hard to see too. Doggone it. Oh yeah, you can really see it there. See how the edge of the coin looks all soft and like it intrudes into the actual design of the coin. And according to CoinOp, that's called a cud. So anyway, that concludes our walk through the 1943 pennies, everybody. Thank you for watching, and zoom in, zoom out. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I thought it was interesting to go through these 1943 pennies, and probably you've seen them before. I don't think this is anything new for a lot of collectors, but I don't think a person normally has the opportunity to go through as many of these as I had the opportunity to go through. So I hope you all found this interesting. Please do remember to email me your... oh, where am I going? Remember to email me at myexecutiveranch@gmail.com. Send me your address, and I will. I'll send you a gift. I'm also doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. When I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a big giveaway of a Canadian silver, 80% silver $50. So with that, I am going to sign off. Thank you for participating in My Executive Ranch. Thanks. Good night.